The 18th ranked USF Bulls travel to Miami to take on the 5th ranked Miami Hurricanes. This game is 4 o'clock, 4:30 Eastern time on the CW. Spread right now, Miami is favored by 17.5 points. This one circled early in the calendar on Miami's schedule is kind of a routine early season tune-up. Now it's completely changed. This is a high-stakes battle, right? With the best team in the G5 against a team that has legitimate national championship aspirations. I think the Bulls will travel to Hard Rock, and they'll be up to the test. I do. This is big for Miami. It's a march towards a national championship for South Florida. To pull off what would be maybe one of the biggest 3-game stretches in college football history would be amazing. The start for USF has been nothing short of remarkable. They destroy Boise State 34-7. That was the biggest win for USF since 2016. That was their first win over a ranked opponent since 2016. And then they could just follow it up, going to Gainesville the next week and knocking off a ranked Florida Gator football team. That 20-yard field goal walk-off winner from Nico Gramatica. The Bulls were not really the beneficiaries of luck either. I mean, they outgained the Gators, 391 to 355. They capitalized on some mistakes made by Florida. And in both victories, the Bulls have won the turnover battle. They are +4 right now in the turnover margin. Plus, they've had some game-altering performances on special teams. Fake punt touchdown against Boise, game-winning field goal, and a safety against Florida. There's a lot to like with what USF's Alex Golish has done. He's installed a new identity in Tampa, inherited a program that had struggled mightily for a very long time, but they have transformed into an opportunistic, resilient, talented, and now nationally ranked force. Mario Cristobal's team on the other side had an emphatic victory over Notre Dame in the first week of the season. It validated their top 10 preseason ranking, and it was a testament to what's been built under Mario Cristobal. They've controlled the clock. They controlled the line of scrimmage. They won the time of possession battle, 34 minutes, 26 minutes. And most critically, they won the turnover margin +2 by forcing takeaways while giving it away 0 times. They dismantled Bethune-Cookman. The offense was off the charts good. And it kind of showed their maturity in being able to handle business as a heavy favorite. The OC Shannon Dawson, the DC Corey Heatherman, really good coaching staff there for the Hurricanes. Let's go to the quarterback matchup, one of the best of the weekend. USF Byron Brown. He's the straw that stirs the drink for the Bulls. Now, 6'3", 230 pounds. He can beat teams with his arm and his legs. He's thrown for 473 yards and a touchdown. He's also the team's leading rusher right now with 109 yards and 2 scores on the ground. He's a physical runner. He welcomes contact, but he does have a big arm and is capable of making any throw on the field. On the other side is Carson Beck, who has revitalized that image of what he was 2 years ago. He's completing 76% of his passes, 472, 4 touchdowns, 0 picks. He has 185 consecutive passes without an interception, dates back to his time at Georgia. He's been very disciplined, and I think he's been flawless in their performance last week. He completed his first 15 passes, finished 22 of 24 last week. So he's in a really good spot mentally going into this game. Question number 1, can USF hold up against the Miami offensive line? It's no secret. The offensive line for Miami, they are the strength, especially the right side of that offensive line. Inez Cooper at right guard, CeCe Maui Noah at right tackle. They open up the holes for physical running backs like Mark Fletcher, like Marty Brown. Those guys are legit. And if Jordan Lyle can get back to 100%, he's a game breaker with big-time speed there for the Miami Hurricanes as well. USF's defensive line, they have a couple power forward transfers, like defensive end DJ Harris, who transferred from Texas, defensive tackle Josh Seliskar, who transferred from A&M. Those guys will be really important in kind of forcing Miami into obvious passing situations. Question number 2, can Miami's defensive line take over the game? They did it against Notre Dame. This is Miami's greatest strength. Their defensive line is an elite unit, probably one of the best, not just in the ACC, but in the entire country. And when you have a 1-2 punch in Ruben Bain and Akeem Mesidor, those guys, the way they move them around, the way they create a lot of problems, they are applying relentless pressure to the opposing quarterback on a week-to-week basis. And USF's offensive line, they're a bit of a vulnerability. They've given up 5 sacks. They've given up a lot of pressure in the backfield. And their quarterback, Byron Brown, he holds the ball a little bit, so he's got to get it out against this pass rush for the Miami Hurricanes. Question number 3, can USF create some big plays? Look, their spread formations are going to be very important. The big question with Miami coming into the season is, would they stop giving up explosive plays through the air? That was a huge problem in 24. They appear to be much better here in 2025. I think it will be imperative for them to make USF be patient make USF throw it underneath, then rally up and tackle like they have so far, because Keyshawn Singleton and Chris Nimro, those two wide receivers for USF, they can make you look silly on the downfield throws. Question number 4, can Byron Brown break it open? For USF to have a chance, I think Byron Brown has to be the best player on the field. These are really athletic linebackers led by Wesley Basaint. They'll be assigned to kind of spy Byron Brown, kind of contain the QB run game and allow that pass rush to kind of collapse the pocket and to make him really, really uncomfortable. A betting trend in this game, South Florida is 5-0 against the spread against AP top 5 teams all time as an FBS program. The talent disparity along both lines of scrimmage is too significant to ignore. Miami's defensive front is poised to dominate a vulnerable USF offensive line that will disrupt Byron Brown's rhythm, limit the explosive plays. I think Miami wins this game. I think they win this game comfortably. It doesn't feel good because I've liked so much what I've seen from USF. I just think Miami matches up better against USF than Florida and Boise State the last 2 weeks. I think Miami wins it. I think they win it running away. I'd lay the points.